My name is Lily. I am 22 years old. I work at a small bookstore in Seattle. We sell books, help customers find stories, and organize reading events. I started this job 1 year ago, and I love it. Books make me happy, and the people I work with are friendly. My boss, Mr. Bean, is 45 years old. He is kind, always says good morning with a big smile, and thanks me when I do a good job. I think he is a great boss. One sunny Wednesday, I was arranging books on a shelf. The store was quiet, with only 2 customers browsing. I heard voices from Mr. Bean's office. His door was slightly open. I didn't mean to listen, but his words carried over. He was on the phone saying, "She's wonderful. She's so talented. I really admire her." I froze. My heart skipped. Was he talking about me? I leaned closer, pretending to fix a book. He kept talking. "She's smart, full of energy, and works so hard. I notice her every day." My eyes widened. Could this be about me? Did Mr. Bean like me? Last week, he complimented my display of children's books, saying, "Great work, Lily." He even brought me a muffin one morning. I thought he was just being nice, but now I wondered if it meant more. On my birthday last month, he gave me a small notebook with a pen saying, "Enjoy your special day." I thought it was sweet, but now I imagined it was a sign. I looked around the store. No one noticed me. I tried to focus on my work, but my mind was racing. Did Mr. Bean have feelings for me? I felt excited but nervous. What did this mean? At lunch, I sat with my friend Mia, who works at the checkout counter. We always eat in the cozy break room. I whispered, "Mia, I think Mr. Bean likes me." Her eyes got big. "Really? How do you know?" I told her about the phone call, how he called me talented and said he admired me. Mia grinned. "Wow, Lily, that's huge. Maybe he's in love." I smiled, but I wasn't sure. Part of me felt happy. Mr. Bean was kind and smart. But he was my boss. What if I was wrong? That afternoon, I was organizing a book event when my phone pinged. It was an email from Mr. Bean. "Hi, Lily. Can we meet in my office at 2? I need to discuss something important." My heart raced. Important. This had to be it. He was going to tell me how he felt. I showed the email to Mia. She gasped. "This is it, Lily. He's going to confess." I couldn't focus after that. I kept checking the clock, fixing my hair in the break room mirror and wondering what to say. At 2, I knocked on Mr. Bean's door. He looked up from his desk and smiled. "Come in, Lily. Have a seat." I sat down, my hands shaky. He closed his laptop and looked serious. "Thank you for coming," he said. "I want to talk about something big." I nodded, my heart pounding. He continued, "You're doing amazing work. You're so good with customers, always cheerful, and your book displays are creative. The team loves you." I smiled, waiting for the big moment. Then he said, "Our bookstore is opening a new branch in London. They need someone to help set it up for 3 months. We think you're perfect for this. Your name came up in a meeting this morning." My smile froze. London? A new branch? This wasn't about love, it was about work. He went on, "It's a big opportunity. You'll travel, meet new people, and help our company grow." I didn't know what to say. My mind spun. The phone call wasn't about feelings, it was about this project. He thought I was perfect for a job, not for him. He smiled again. "You don't need to decide now. Think about it. Talk to your family. It's a great chance." I nodded slowly. "Thank you," I mumbled. I left his office, feeling silly. Mia rushed over. "What happened?" she asked. "He wants me to go to London," I said, "to help open a new bookstore." Her eyes widened. "London? Not love?" I laughed a little. Nope, just a job. We giggled, but I felt strange, part embarrassed, part excited. I didn't get a love story, but I got something else, a chance to do something big. That evening, I walked home through Seattle's rainy streets, thinking about everything. I laughed at myself for imagining a love story. I thought Mr. Bean was confessing feelings, but he was offering me a job in London. It was funny, but it also made me think, maybe this was better than a romance, a chance to grow, to see a new place. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept picturing London, busy streets, old buildings, new faces. I'd never left home for so long or travelled alone. It was exciting but scary. What if I wasn't ready? What if I failed? The next morning I made coffee and sat by my window. I thought about Mr. Bean's words. We think you're perfect. He believed in me, and that felt good. At the bookstore, Mia greeted me with a smile. So, London? She asked. I'm still thinking, I said. It's a big step. She nodded. You're scared, but that's okay. You're strong, Lily. You can do this. Her words helped. Mr. Bean didn't mention London that day, just smiled and asked how I was. I told him I was considering it. He said, No rush. Take your time. All day my mind wandered. I imagined working in a new bookstore, meeting customers, learning new things. But I also worried, would I fit in? Would I do a good job? The bookstore in Seattle felt safe. I knew every shelf, every co-worker's name, my routine. Leaving that felt hard. At lunch I told Mia my fears. She listened, then said, Being scared means you care, but don't let fear stop you. She was right. I cared about doing well, about not letting Mr. Bean down. That evening I called my brother Tom, who lives far away. I told him everything, even the part about thinking Mr. Bean liked me. He laughed. You made up a whole love story, he said. But this job sounds amazing. You're ready for it. We talked about London, the work, the adventure. After the call, I sat quietly. I thought about how I used to be shy when I started at the bookstore, nervous to talk to customers. Now, I helped them confidently, planned events and solved problems. Maybe I was ready for more. The next day, I walked into the bookstore with a new feeling. I helped customers, organized a poetry reading, and even fixed a tricky order. Before lunch, Mr. Bean stopped by my desk. Any thoughts on London? He asked, smiling. I took a deep breath. Yes, I said. I want to go. His smile grew. That's wonderful, Lily. You'll do great. He said the company would arrange my flight and housing. I thanked him, my heart racing, not with fear but excitement. Mia hugged me. You're going to London, she said. Send me photos. The next week flew by. I got an email from the London team with my plane details and a warm welcome note. They said I'd help train new staff and organize book events. I felt proud, not just learning but teaching. On Friday, Mr. Bean introduced me to Miss Clara, the regional manager. She shook my hand. We've heard great things about you, Lily, she said. This project is important, and you're the right person for it. Mr. Bean nodded. She's exactly what we need. I smiled, feeling stronger than ever. The day of my flight came fast. At the airport, I checked my passport and ticket 3 times. I boarded the plane, sat by the window, and watched Seattle shrink below. I was nervous but ready. In London, a driver met me with a sign that said Lily. The city was alive. Red buses, old buildings, people everywhere. My hotel room was small but cozy, with a view of a busy street. The next day, I walked to the new bookstore, a charming shop with wooden shelves and big windows. The manager, Emma, welcomed me. "We're thrilled you're here," she said, introducing me to the team. They were kind, some speaking English slowly, others fluently. I helped with emails, trained new staff, and planned a weekend book fair. By lunchtime, I felt at home. That evening, I called Mia. "London's amazing," I said. She laughed. No falling for another boss. I promised I'd learned my lesson. Weeks passed quickly. I explored London, visited parks, tried fish and chips, and made friends with a local bookseller, Sarah. One day, Emma offered me a bigger role, training staff at other branches in Ireland or Scotland. I was stunned but said I'd think about it. Sitting in my hotel room one night, I thought about how far I'd come. A month ago, I was in Seattle, imagining Mr. Bean was in love with me. I'd built a whole story in my head, but it wasn't true, and I was glad. That mistake pushed me to say yes to London, to this adventure. Sometimes we hear something and think we know the truth, but we only hear part of it. My wrong guess led me somewhere better. I wasn't just a bookseller anymore. I was someone who could teach, travel, and grow. My last day in London, the team threw a small party. They gave me a card, a book of poems, and a group photo. Emma hugged me. "Come back any time," she said. Back in Seattle, Mia ran to hug me. "You look different, bolder," she said. Mr. Bean welcomed me back, saying the London team loved me. I told him about Emma's offer. "You'd be perfect," he said. That night, walking home, I felt proud. Not just for the job or the travel, but for changing. I'd felt silly for thinking Mr. Bean loved me, but I didn't stay stuck in that feeling. I took a chance and it changed me. At English Learning Stories, we share tales like this to show life's surprises. Sometimes we think we're in a love story, but it's really about finding ourselves. I thought my boss liked me, but I found something better, my own strength, my next chapter. Subscribe for more stories about growth and courage. Share your thoughts below. Have you ever misunderstood something that led you somewhere new?